You know, my Lister Storm V12 has been getting a lot of love lately. How could we forget the C5R? Time to dominate. Let's do this. Notice what kind of cars I'm racing. You know, not everyday stock cars. I'm racing against 4 GTs. Team Orca Viper, which is slow as ball sack off the line, might I add. I mean, this is not a great track with a great car. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, at least in my eyes. This track is amazing. I cannot complain. And one of my best cars, too, the C5R Corvette. I love it. Corners like crazy. And you see the Camaro LM. He's the only car in this field that poses a threat to me. 4GT skids too much. Camaro LM's, what he's got with the acceleration, he loses a little bit of top speed. And he's not as good as of a driver as I am. I'm not trying to sound cocky. That's just the way it is. I'm not that much better than him anyway. See, I was playing in the dirt. That Camaro was a nice rival. It was definitely getting down and dirty here. Look at him. He's got a really close ratio turn. He's always in his power band when he's accelerating. The Corvette C5R's gears are noticeably longer when they're stopped. Wow, that Camara's right on me. Look at that! Almost neck and neck coming down that hill. We got the Corvette versus the Camaro. Look at him go! This is a really fun race. It was definitely a challenge. That Camaro LM race car was on me the whole race. Or at least for this lap. And once the road opens up, I'll be going to put some distance between him and I. But it's not going to be a big margin. It wasn't more than 5 to 6 seconds by the end of this lap. My advantage lies with the slightly quicker turn-in. Or rather, smoother turn-in. I mean, the Camaro LM race car, by default, it has a really stupid limited slip setup that makes the steering non-linear. I really hate that. The turn-in is still nice, but because the steering isn't linear, it's hard to predict what the car's going to do and whatnot. But thankfully, I fixed it. So expect some racing with the Camaro LM race car. As well as with the C5R and the Lister Storm V12. I mean, these things are awesome cars to drive. They're a real treat. I mean, this car especially, this is nostalgia from Gran Turismo 3. I kicked the crap out of other exotics with this car in GT3. You know, whatever cars they had some race cars. I mean, this was at the top of its class. It's still quite competitive. It's a beautiful car. You know, you can tell it's a race car, but it's not so laden with aerodynamic aids that it looks like an obnoxious clown car of sorts. It's just perfect. I really enjoy it. Easily my favorite Corvette to drive in the game that's not a street car. I mean, this is tied with the Lister Storm V12 for favorite race cars to drive. That's how much I like this car. It also helps that this thing makes more horsepower and torque at the rear wheels than the Lister ever will. So. Now after I've gotten... I mean, you can see the Camaro LM coming out of the one turn there, but after the first lap, he just can't hold on. And because this stretch here, once this road opens up, I'm gone. There's no way that Camaro LM is going to keep up. I just hit 5th gear, probably right around here. And the Camaro LM was already in 5th near the starting line. So you see the problem. You know, shorter gears don't help you on long straightaways. And the El Capitan straightaway isn't even that long. So, you combine a car that's very well set up with a driver that practically makes sweet love to this car every time he drives it. I mean, the result will be nothing less than excellence. And I dare say perfection. Time and time again in races. Especially on tracks that I like. Like El Capitan, easily my top 5 favorite tracks. Love it. It's got a nice mix of high-speed and low-speed turns, and above all, the transitions from straightaway to turn are always smooth. It's a great track. Love it. I really I remember driving this in Gran Turismo 4 when I used to have this back when I was in 6th or 7th grade. I did not like this game very much back then. I had no appreciation for performance tuning and sports cars. I mean, I was more arcade-based. I still enjoy games like Midnight Club 3, but this is just deeper. mean, it's much more involved driving experience. I mean, this is pathetic. The Camaro LM race car should be at least keeping up with me for this part. But he can't. He can't handle the car. And the lead only widens. Now, and you think the Camaro LM did poorly? The other racers, like the Ford GT40 and the Ford GT LM, they were upwards of 40 seconds behind. I mean, that's pathetic. I mean, come on. Are you really going to suck that much cock? Seriously. I'm not even that good of a driver. I'm above average, slightly. And only in certain cars like the C5R. Because this car's just perfectly set up for my style of driving. Brake late, hard back on the gas, don't drift it much. If at all. Ooh, okay, that one a little close. Awesome, awesome cornering. Ooh, that was a good save. Now what happened there is I braked a little bit too late and the car plowed a little bit. That's what you want to see. You want a car that's forgiving. You want a car that won't just dump you into the dirt. I recognized that the car wasn't going where I wanted it to, so I adjusted my path accordingly and got out of the plowing. It was nice. And this car's always been forgiving like that. This is the car that I learned to drive race cars on. And I still love driving it. I mean, I get back inside and I'm like, wow, this is what a race car should be. I mean, all you other guys are pretenders. If you're not like the C5R, you're not going to have a space in my garage. It's that simple. I mean, this car sets the standards. And by God, I found some cars that can definitely compete with it. Not many, though. I'll shut up and let you enjoy the rest of the race. Oh look, we won by a huge margin. Such is a day in the life of the C5R. Rock on, Chevrolet.